Another thing here is an iron door. And again, some of this can stem back from the iron protecting the buried person entombed inside from evil spirits.
Usually Irish.
Yeah.
The equipment we're going to talk about this time is the EMF meter. What we do with this measures electromagnetic fields. If you put this up to a computer or something like that, your cell phone, it will go off. We believe that ghosts somehow affect the electronic fields in nature. We use this, we'll be walking around, we'll take a base reading of the home. If we get a spike of anywhere from 2 to 3, then that could be paranormal activity. That means we're going to start taking pictures, we're going to start doing EVPs. We've actually had spirits communicate to us through one of these. We'll have it sitting on the ground, we'll have a base reading on it, we'll ask a question. Sometimes we'll get 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no. And you can actually have hold a whole conversation with the spirits using one of these. If you don't have one of these, another thing that you can use is your compass. Just a standard little $2 compass you pick up at the dollar store. You hold it, you walk around. If the needle starts spinning in a circle, you know you're in an electromagnetic field. We've used that before when we didn't have one of these with us.
There's a bunch of weird ones along the walk this way too.
All right, let me give this back to Todd.
Thanks, sir.
No problem.
Leave this here. Haha, you're on YouTube. She's still standing out here by herself.
We've reached the final resting place of Joseph Doty. We'd like you to hear from his daughter, Sarah.
Susan.
Susan. Sarah.
Good evening. Susan. Glad you all could come. My name is Susan Doty. This is my father, Joseph Doty. He was born in 1794 and died in 1844. He is a direct descendant of Edward Doty that came over on the Mayflower to America in 1620. My mother's name was Tryphena Eaton. Her ancestry was from Dover, England in 1635. In 1824, I was born in Rochester, New York. We stayed in Rochester, New York for a few years, and that's where my mother died. My father remarried, and with his second wife and the family, moved to Michigan. And in 1840, they decided to move to Indiana and settled in Mishawaka. In 1844, I was married at the Doty home in Mishawaka on the southeast corner of Pine and 2nd Street. I married a James Oliver, very handsome gentleman. And he was a carpenter. He invented the Chilled plow, and he also founded the Oliver Company, plow company. He also helped build the Opera House, and the Opera House and the hotel, Oliver Hotel. James and I stayed in that house until 1855. While he was doing his carpentry, I was busy with the church, the Methodist Church. I was in the choir. I was told I had a very fine voice, and I sang a lot. We moved in 1855. We decided to move to South Bend, and my husband worked for the Lee Company, the carpenter, and we have settled in South Bend, and that's the end.
the equipment that we're going to talk about this time, tools that we need. A lot of our equipment out here has special tools that you need to open up the battery compartment, stuff like that. You always want to make sure you have the screwdrivers, the tools, whatever you need to get into your equipment. As I stated before, a lot of times your batteries will drain on you. It's very common. We also have a piece of chalk. We use this a lot of times, especially people say that, you know, they got stuff that's moving in their house, disappearing, stuff like that. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll take a quarter, put it down on a table, draw a little circle around it, and then see if it moves throughout the night. It's a good piece to have. The other thing that we carry too, along with the chalk, is we also carry baby powder. One of the stories I like to tell is we were just starting out in the groups, and one of the investigations we had to do was some college kids from down at Bloomington. At the time we didn't know they were college students. And the story they told us is that in their bedroom, up in the kids' bedroom,